Hello, let's talk numbers. So, to gain accreditation with Irish Association for Counselling and Psychotherapy, also known as ICP, essentially, you need to complete 450 hours of supervised client contact hours. And this is the difference between pre-accredited and accredited psychotherapist. That accredited psychotherapist has already completed, in my case, year 3 and 4 in college, I already had clinical placement. So that's in Dublin Business School, yeah? You already are working with clients. This is 120 hours. That is requirement. And that is only for the bachelor's degree. Then you finish the bachelor's degree. You've done the 4 years worth of studies. And your next journey is to start building towards accreditation. So, essentially, you need to complete 450 hours of supervised client contact hours after completing a recognized counseling degree. So this client work must be supervised, and essentially you need a minimum of 1 supervision session for every 10 client sessions, for every 10 client hours. So this will give you more of an insight in exact numbers, the difference between pre-accredited and accredited. I think the most important factor is that the pre-accredited psychotherapist would be working towards their accreditation. They would be building those hours. They would be building that knowledge, that confidence, and giving you as a client the best possible experience. Today I want to talk about being pre-accredited, going through pre-accreditation. I have built my own practice, so I'm seeing the clients. I'm seeing clients who are new to me and also clients who have been with me for a long time, even since my clinical placement, which happens in year 3 and 4 of your studies. So if you're another psychotherapist, counselor, mental health professional, and you're wondering, how do I make this happen? How do I actually build personal practice? Maybe you could learn something from my experience, or maybe you even would want to reach out to me and have a consultation about how to build your own practice. Building your own practice is really about few things. First of all, it's about having the qualifications required to go ahead and practice. So have you graduated as a psychotherapist and counselor? Are you fully qualified psychotherapist and counselor who can practice in Dublin, Ireland or world? If you are, then this video is for you. If you're somebody who wants to learn, see what I'm doing with my qualification, you can also stay, because that is gonna be disclosed. So when I started the degree, studied for 4 years, graduated, then I became pre-accredited psychotherapist, and I am still pre-accredited. I will soon become accredited because I've only have few hours left to complete. If you are graduated, but then you will need to go through your pre-accreditation to complete certain amount of hours as a pre-accredited psychotherapist to become accredited. Hello everyone from future. I am now editing the video, and I want to just make something very clear. A pre-accredited psychotherapist is a psychotherapist who already has graduated from their primary psychotherapy and counseling degree. For me, it was 4 years in Dublin Business School. So you are fully qualified. You now can be taking on board clients, you can be charging the fee, and now you have 4 years worth of experience. And in my case, I already had 2 years worth of experience with working with clients. So if you're somebody who is looking for a therapist and you're like, what's the difference between pre-accredited and fully accredited? There you go. Accredited psychotherapist already had these extra hours of 400 or 550 hours of extra work on the top of their initial graduation, initial degree. So this is an extra line of work has been done, extra supervision, extra knowledge. However, pre-accredited psychotherapist is also in a position to do a very good work, especially if they have been paying a lot of attention in their degree and if they are somebody whose passion is psychotherapy and counseling. If you don't ever become accredited, you even have to, I believe, repeat maybe some time in university. Maybe you have to repeat some of your degree or maybe all of it, because very important part here is that being pre-accredited is like being still in training, where becoming accredited means that's it, you're now fully qualified and you can just work, keep building your knowledge, keep working with clients, doing your CPD hours, the professional development hours and all that. And of course, you can take even more degrees, especially I find that people take other degrees at a later stage, such as if you want to work with children, you may want to take the child and adolescent masters. Some people go to psychoanalytic field, some people do PhD, some people are interested in addiction field, some people start working as accredited or pre-accredited counselors, and then again maybe their workplace is even requiring certain additional skill set, and maybe the workplace will even pay for your master's or PhD. And again, you have to chat with your workplace, or maybe you don't have a workplace and you're self-employed. If you're self-employed, you are now dealing with managing your own business, managing your own practice. But business is really something that is bringing in somewhat money. If you are only doing like free of charge consultations, free of charge therapy work, we cannot call this, and this is not source of income, because at the end of the day, you have paid for your degree. For my DBS degree in psychotherapy and counseling, I've paid more than 20,000 euros just for the degree itself. But also the degree is very demanding and is requiring some extras, such as being in personal therapy for the duration of 4 years and having a supervisor in year 3 and 4 when you start your clinical placement, working with the clients and stuff like that. So there are a lot of costs associated with the course itself. And when we graduate, when we start seeing clients as a pre-accredited psychotherapist, and now for the first time we can actually charge, we are faced to some things like, how do I build my own practice? First question, and a lot of times it can be really that debilitating experience of how to call my own practice. Is it my name, surname? Is it something else? And then people may be considering creating website, and then even again, domain. I need to buy a domain. What's the name of my practice? Is it my name, surname? Is it something else? So people are kind of afraid really for that kind of change, and they don't know what to choose. There are not many people who are consulting therapists on how to run their practice. I myself was looking for a person who would consult me. I had few consultations, and it wasn't easy to find them. B, I suppose I have done so much research myself that I already had the knowledge, such as, you need to advertise yourself. You need to put yourself out to the universe, and that would be making sure that you are on Psychology Today or any other website that is a service that is listing therapists, and you can, for example, list yourself there, but again, you need a professional shot. So there will always be things that you need to acquire, but also I would highly recommend for people to work with the resources they already have. And say, for example, now I am recording in a quiet room. I don't have an extra microphone. I don't have a microphone, so to speak, and that's something that I would like to purchase. So there will be things and items that you want to purchase, but there will also be never-ending list of things that you haven't done yet, and that shouldn't stop you, because we are work in progress. Would it be professionally, would it be personally, we are work in progress. And that was one of the stepping stones in my mentality when I started working as a pre-accredited psychotherapist. Bear in mind, I did psychotherapy and counseling degree while working full-time. I've studied part-time, and even though when I graduated, I still worked full-time in the main work, and I was building my psychotherapy practice on the side. So it takes a lot of determination, it takes huge amount of discipline. It takes huge amount of discipline. You have to get pre-accredited, I believe, in 5 years from your graduation. So the time is ticking, you know, like no pressure. The degree itself is very demanding. It's expensive. It's also heavy with the workload. There are a lot of assignments, written assignments, practical assignments, the actual lectures themselves. And you know, the material is, I'm actually just seeing, you have a lot of books there. The material itself is heavy. You know, you're talking about trauma, addictions, couples therapy, personal therapy, lots of different things. And yeah, you are dealing with quite heavy material a lot of time, because what you were learning may also hit home for you. A lot of people, through all that learning and studying, they also get, you know, some things just simply hit home harder. So I hope that this video was helpful. I know that when I was looking for video or videos that would be Irish-based psychotherapist based in Ireland, that is, somebody local, somebody who is here talking about their experience, I wasn't really able to find much. And I thought it would be nice to break that cycle, start posting more, also to build a bit of a community. So if you're a psychotherapist and counselor, mental health professional, and maybe mental health nurse, etc., feel free to comment down below, say hi, give us a like, and it would be really nice to have you around. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, have these videos, and I will see you in the next video. Also, I'd like to encourage people to comment with what you would like to know about running your own practice, or being pre-accredited, being accredited, being a psychotherapy and counseling student. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next videos. Goodbye.